Ooh, what's going on? What's going on? What's going on? What's going on, y'all? It's God Mama here. Shout out to all my God children, my God family, my loves. Okay, so that part right there. Um, I just started hearing this song out of nowhere, and it's a Doja Cat song, y'all. And it's that song where she's like, if you can see it from the front, wait till you see it from the back. So that song, what is it? She's like that natural beauty booty or something like that, or I don't know what it is, but it's like something about you, and it's natural. You understand? Okay, your natural beauty, your natural booty. That's what I'm hearing. Peace, love, and like something about you, and it's like it's giving that like that thing be thanging. You understand? Peace, love, like, and it's giving that you can see it from the front, you can see it from the back. Okay, so it's something like that, and it's like you got some people wondering, haters and stuff like that, and it's like what is it about this person that's like got everybody's attention? You understand? Peace, love, and light. You know what I'm saying? Till they experience you and they fuck around and find out, right? Exactly. So we got you in alignment. That's another reason why. And it's like you're in alignment, so it's like you're not chasing people, right? And it's like they just can't help but notice you and things like that. Peace, love, and light. And it's so crazy because yesterday I was like, I went live, but I didn't keep the live up. You understand? I wanted to edit it or and things before I put it back out, but it's like it's gone or something like that. But yeah, somebody in the energy was like, I don't think you notice me noticing you, or she don't notice me noticing her, or something like that. But it was like reminding me of something where somebody was like hitting up on somebody, and I think it was like from the Fresh Prince of Bel Air. And he's like, I notice you noticing me noticing you. You understand? Something like that when he like trying to pick up the woman, right? And it's giving that like somebody like, I don't know, could give them type of vibes. Like the Fresh Prince, you understand? Like who was he? Will Smith, the Fresh Prince of Bel Air. And he had to move, he moved to a different place. You know what I'm saying? Period. Go stay with his family who were in they living better and things like that than where he was living, where he was from and stuff. So he went to go stay with them so he could have better opportunities and things like that. Peace, love, and light. But hold on, y'all. Because I can't, that part right there, I don't know what it is, but my sinuses started itching, my nose got to itching and things like that. But yes, it's like somebody could have moved to a new place. It's given that they in a new city, new town, or something like that. You know what I'm saying? And it's like they finding it hard trying to pick up women or something like that. Or it's like not necessarily that they finding it hard, they got their eye on one particular person, and that's why it's like I'm noticing you noticing me noticing you. You understand? So that part right there. And this could be somebody who was like, and when they get to talking to people and stuff like that, flirting and stuff like that, it get a little bit awkward and things like that. But it's like this person is pretty much trying to pick up on this other individual is what it's looking like here. But it's giving like this person, whoever it is, they could be fresh, you know, like the Fresh Prince of Bel Air. They got some sort of swag and things like that about themselves. Is what I'm hearing as well. And somebody is like the other person is like could be very sultry is what I'm hearing, or down to earth type of energy. You understand? But it's like that person like the other person, so it's giving two different personalities and stuff like that. Y'all got two different styles and stuff, and it's so crazy because that was what I was hearing yesterday. Something about this man's style captivated this woman, and I was hearing the word stilo, and it was reminding me of that old 702 song, right? And it's like there was somebody like they like the way you move, they like the way you do your thing, they like the way you dress and all that type of stuff. You know what I'm saying? Period. So it's giving that you could be somebody who shoots your shot. You understand? When you see a man that you like and things like that, you will say something to them and stuff. And it's like you bringing back the 90s vibes. You understand? Period. It's like you bringing back the 90s vibes when a woman will shoot their shot and things like that at a man and stuff like that, and let a man know that he look good and stuff like that. You got somebody feeling themselves. That's what I'm hearing as well. And it's like what that lady was singing in that song, period. And when they was like, shout it, swing my way. Show look good to me. So would you please swing my way? So it's giving that somebody, and it's like you got them type of vibes where you like making somebody who could be a little bit older. You understand? Period. And you making them feel like they, you know what I'm saying? Period. They got the juice. They they got the juice and stuff like that. Period. You understand? So it's giving that, and some of y'all is just that your swag. You understand? When I was just talking about the Fresh Prince and stuff like that, like your swag, your style, and things like that is giving you always fresh or something. And it's like that's how you call somebody's attention. You understand? Because that woman like when men dress nice and stuff like that. You know what I'm saying? So it's giving that as well, like something about like a certain garment. You understand, or something, and somebody give you a compliment on it, like your scarf, your shoes, your jacket, something like that. And it's like they just being subtle, you understand, but they like more than that. You understand? They like more than your jacket. They like more than your shirt. They like more than your shoes. You understand? That type of energy. You understand? But they gonna give you like the subtlest compliment. You understand? Because it's like they not really I don't know what the fuck I'm trying to say right now, because it's giving at this. It's like this little dating stuff is getting kind of awkward. We're meeting people and things. It's a lot of awkwardness surrounding like saying what you need to say and things like that right when you meet somebody and letting them know that you're interested in things like that and stuff. So somebody will get a little shy and things like that. And it's like, oh, I like your shoes. I like your jacket. You know what I'm saying? I like your hair. Peace, love, and light. That part right there. Oh, you look nice. You look handsome. You know, you got your beard trimmed up nicely and things. Peace, love, and light. It's giving that. So it's like y'all friends and shit like that, you know, and these are your friends, and your friends is like you probably find one of your friends a little bit more attractive than you normally do. You know what I'm saying? And you like, what is it about this person? You understand? Period. And then it's like, I like your hair today. You understand? Or it's giving that too. You could always compliment the person. You understand? Period. All the time. But you wondering why they don't know you like them and things like that. Peace, love, and light. Yeah. Okay. What the hell? I'm looking at these comments now, y'all. Somebody down here say, I think you're gay, right? I feel like you got to have more context behind that. You understand? Period. Like, you think I'm gay. Like, well, exactly. Like, that's your thoughts. You have no fucking context to go off of. You understand? Period. Like, what the hell would you just think something about somebody for without any type of, you know what I'm saying? You have no type of anything that warrants that type of energy, right? It's not me, it's the other ones. What they say, peace, love, and light. Oh, glory to God. I see they hate, but they broke though. Period. And when it's time to pop, they a no show. You understand? Yeah, I'm pretty, but I'm loco. The loud got me moving slow mo. That's the song that I'm hearing. You understand? Peace, love, and like what she say when she say got dyke bitches talking out their jaws. Next minute, call it for the law. You understand? That type of shit. I don't know what these hoes be on. You understand? Peace, love, and light, but they wish I was gay. You understand? Peace, love. That's how I truly feel. Like they wish I was gay. Ho, you don't got a chance with me. That's crazy. But yeah, it's like that part right there. As soon as you say that shit, you know, you put me in mode a little bit. You understand? Because I know bitches like me. They like my swag. They can't help it. You understand? Period. And I don't know what the fuck it is either. I just, you know, period. I'm different. You understand what he say? Pull up to the scene with my ceiling missing. Pull up to the scene and my roof gone. When I leave the scene, bet your boo gone. Period. That part right there. How your bitch want to come with me and I don't even want her? Look at that. Peace, love, and light. That part right there. Hold on, y'all. But yeah, it's giving like you're connecting with your soul tribe. And it's like y'all a bunch of creative people. You understand? Some of y'all could be like writers and things like that. And y'all get real creative with the writing and stuff like that. I'm hearing like trippy with it and stuff like that. Like wordplay and shit like that. That's what I'm seeing here as well. And you also clairvoyant. You could be connected to a group of clairvoyant people as well. Like your tribe is what I'm seeing here. Peace, love, and light. Low key, that's why that girl was mad at me, y'all. Because she came out and she was trying to be like me. And it was like, why you trying to be like me? You know what I'm saying? And you gay. And you acting like you like niggas and stuff. And you trying to dance and you look awkward like a chicken and shit like that. And you trying to be like me. And you gay and you trying to make the world think that you're not gay. And you literally got a whole girlfriend. And you sitting around acting like me. And you keep acting like me. Peace, love, and light. Oh my God, peace, love, and light. And then she got mad at me because I said it. I said it publicly. Like, girl, you was gay, and I'm getting tired of you acting like me. You know what I'm saying? Period. Because you don't even like men and stuff like that, right? And it was giving weird hoes, you know, weird hoes, the ones that send nigga faces and stuff like that and shit. And it's like you really don't fuck with niggas, but the niggas not understanding why the women are being weird towards them and stuff and act awkward and off-put and stuff like that. And it's like those girls are gay. They eat each other's boxes and stuff like that, period. They don't want you, bro. That's the whole point. And it's like it was a good ploy, you understand, to come out, you know what I'm saying, and you gay, and you act like you like men and stuff, and it seemed like you're untouchable, you're off limits, and all that type of stuff. But it's like you and somebody got a whole little relationship going on. You understand, eating each other to the bone. Peace, love, like really though. You oughta be out here being awkward and stuff like that, trying to pussyfoot around up in my energy, right? That's what I'm talking about. That type of shit. You hear me? So that's what's crazy. That y'all, if you do see and associate me with gay people and stuff, it's probably because there was gay bitches trying to be me. You understand? Period. Gay bitches wanted my life. You understand? Some of them wanted me. You understand? I can't help the energy that people be sending my way. I can only be me. Oh my God. Peace, love, and light. So that part right there, some of y'all, you have experiences like that as well. And I was getting at it. It's like, why are you know what I'm saying, period. What is your issue with this person? What is the problem? Y'all never fucked with the same people. Y'all never had sex or fucked around in the same circle, period, because you are gay. All that type of stuff. Y'all two different age groups. You understand exactly. Y'all have no reason to really have no beef. Yeah, sometimes people take shit out of context, and sometimes people will say some shit and then they not so direct, right? And then it's like, so you leave it open and it's so broad now. Anybody can put the shoe on, right? And they think that you're talking about them. That's the type of situation happening. It's like beef get created. You understand, period. Because a motherfucker decide to put the shoe on when the shoe wasn't never meant for them in the first place. But it's like, now y'all don't exactly dabble or walk around, hang around the same circles, none of that type of shit. You're not fucking the same circles, none of that type of shit. How could you possibly have any type of relation to each other outside of what you do and all of that type of stuff, right? And it's because you don't. You understand? Peace, love, you don't. Got no connection to that person whatsoever. Sometimes people just, they hear some shit and they assume it's about them, and we've all been there, right? Period. Truth be told here, right? Exactly. Sometimes people just get offended and they hear some shit, and they think that you're talking about them. You ain't said shit about them. You understand? You don't even know them. You understand? Period. All of that type of stuff, right? So that part right there. So now we got counselor. You're a natural counselor. And many people benefit from your guidance and your reassurance. Okay, so notice the reoccurring physical feelings and emotions as they signify divine guidance. And it's like with truth be told. So you're telling yourself the truth, whatever it is. You understand? Whatever it is that you got on your mind. Excuse me. Whatever it is that you're feeling. Y'all, I'm drinking coffee. And I don't know why I'm getting very airy. You understand? It's like that part right there. And I'm like, that part. So that part as well, because we got to clean it up here, right? Somebody's loyal. And it's like somebody, I'm going to be honest with you, creating an unnecessary problem with a loyal individual, somebody who is loyal to you. And it's because you're harboring things from the past, from childhood, and exactly fights and disputes and stuff like that. You're carrying. That's what I'm hearing, and I don't know what it is. It's like you're carrying it over, like it's like you're doing divisions and shit like that. But it's like you're carrying numbers over, you're carrying baggage over, you're carrying something over from a period of time, and it's no longer relevant. It shouldn't be taken a toll or effect up on your life, but you're making it. You're causing it to. Period. And it's given like you're way past that. And it's like somebody, and it's like I don't know what it is. You understand? Peace, love, and light. And it's like, you know, you got a lot of love for somebody. It's the truth. And you know, out of everybody, that person will be the loyalist to you or something. But it's like something that person had done before in the past to like hurt you or rub you the wrong way. And it's like you're carrying it over into your right now. And it's way too far in the past. It's given like it's far in the past, something that you should have been let go. But it's giving somebody been going through a life review, you know, and remembering certain stuff that they probably forgot, certain things that they've been through and things like that, certain things that they've done and stuff like that. And it's like this person is not handling the life review in a way that is bringing healing to them. It's like they causing unnecessary beef with people that they've been good with for years. You understand? Period. And then they haven't really had problems with those people outside of whatever they've been doing to create problems, right? So God wants to acknowledge that, and it's like because somebody feel like somebody else needs to acknowledge something, but God's saying that that person don't need to acknowledge that because it's old, it's in the past. They've been apologized. Some people just don't forgive people, right? Period. And it's like you can't force nobody to just keep apologizing to you because you can't forgive them when they apologize to you, or you wasn't ready to. And it's like now it's your problem. Now you got to deal with it. Now it's something that is still work for yourself to deal with, and you got to deal with it. And it's like instead of dealing with it, they want to push it off on these people, that people don't, whoever, you understand. And they need to deal with their own problems, the whatever it is that's bothering them personally, that they need to address is what it's given. Because sometimes it's given that somebody just not been able to forgive somebody. It don't matter how many times you tell the person sorry. That's the truth. Sometimes they just don't forgive you and stuff. You could show that person you're not a bad person now. You understand? You could have showed that person you could have been a good person, haven't done no wrong for years and years and years, but they just choose to remember a certain bad deed or certain bad thing you said or done to them, right? Or to somebody that they know, right? And then you can't help that, right? Period. So it's like, let's separate yourself from people like that, and them separate themselves from you or whoever they need to separate themselves from, so that they can deal with their problems, so that they can deal with their hurt, whatever's triggering them, the triggers, right? And it's like you got to deal with that stuff, right? Deal with your problems, your personal problems. You got to allow yourself to heal yourself too. Peace, love, and light. Because, yes, it's giving people creating problems and stuff. And I don't know if it's because they got mental problems, you know, bipolar, schizophrenic, and stuff like that. And it's giving that. It's like you could have been well addressed that situation. Y'all could have been talked about it. Y'all could have mapped it out and all of that type of stuff. But it's giving this person keep bringing it up. They don't want to let it go. And you understand? And it's like that's because it's beyond you. You understand? And so for some people, I'm going to just be honest, God saying exactly chaos and conflict, because people need to clear their space, right? They need to release whatever they've been holding on to and things like that. They in a different phase and place and stuff in life, and it's like you can't keep on hauling baggage and stuff like that with you that's getting in the way of progress in your life, is what I'm seeing here. Peace, love, and light. So we got chaos and conflict right here, because some people are going through it internally, right? They also watching other people go through changes and stuff like that too. And it's like listen, period, right? It's like somebody that did some wrong ass shit to you, or you feel like they wronged you, right? And it's like, who this person, how do they have the audacity to change or to be better now, or this or that, or woo woo woo, or this or that. Y'all got to deal with that type of stuff. We've been there before. I've been there too. When you see a person that do you feel like wronged you, they don't deserve to be up, they don't deserve to have nice things, or this or that, and whatever the fuck the case may be, not knowing what them people been through and what challenges they had to face, if they had to, you know what I'm saying, deal with some shit behind fucking with you or not. You know, we get these like mindsets where we're going to enact vengeance in our own ways or however we want to and things like that, and then you still not satisfied, folks. You got to deal with yourself. That's the thing about it. No longer is the other person your problem. You becoming your own problem. Peace, love, and light. It's the truth. Okay, so we got peace comes from remembering that only love is real, especially when it comes to the fact that you know the person that you feeling like that about, love your ass, care about you, all of that type of stuff. You don't got to be around them. That's when you get that feeding them with a long-handed spoon type of stuff. You know what I'm saying? Or just, you know, you keeping some distance between you and people and things like that. Peace, love, and light. That's the truth as well. And it's like some people be putting on a show, right? They put on a show for others, and you know what I'm saying, and dress all the shit up, all that glitters, you understand, dress everything up like everything is okay. They looking neat, clean, all of that type of stuff, but internally they're going through chaos and conflict, right? Period. And it's like you can't put that shit off on nobody else. Your problems is deeper than what you trying to make it seem, because if those was your problems when the person apologized to you, you would have accepted that. You got other issues going on, and it's like sometimes we like to we'll find one situation or something like that, and because we choose to not address all the other ones, you understand, then it's like you putting so much on that shit, and it's like all that shit shouldn't be there. It's like when you get to a boiling point, and it's like, I just been waiting on a motherfucker to try me, so the next one that try you, you gonna blow up on their ass, and you know you been mad about all this different shit, all this time. It's so many different things that's been pissing you off, and so many different people and shit, but that last person, that the straw, do you understand, that break the camel back, this one that's finna get it, you finna get it for everybody before you, you understand, peace, love, and light, that type of shit, you understand. So that's what it's giving. Somebody need to deal with that. Peace, love, and light, because it's like they reaching points where they just blowing up on people for small things and stuff like that too, you know what I'm saying. Peace, love, and light. Okay. And the haters, they come all the time, and it's like you just poised, you understand, period. Remain poised in your empress energy, and like don't give the peasants no attention, you understand, period. Starve they ass, you understand, like the leeches and shit like that they are, you understand. Thirsty ass bloodsuckers. When you don't give them nothing, what do? They look dried out, they become dried out, right? Period. So we got poise there. And then it's also speaking of you with and honoring your spiritual gifts and abilities with clairvoyance there. You got spiritual gifts and abilities. You are very clairvoyant. So you got people who are watching you and who are observing you, trying to, you know what I'm saying, detour your messages or something like that. Or you understand your mind state. You understand they want you distracted. Divine feminine got specific gifts and abilities and traits, right? Peace, love, and light. And one of those is like you're a natural counselor, right? So you're a natural counselor, so many people benefit from your yapping. You understand, from your guidance and reassurance that you give to them, empowerment, and you know, natural counseling, just speaking up on situations and things like that. You understand, you say things that people need to hear when they need to hear them and things like that. Peace, love, and light. Then the fact that your messages are always coming from a divine place, right? A place of nurturing, a place of care, you understand, a place of pure creation and source power. So we got building blocks here and prosperity. Peace, love, and light. All glory to God. So it says not for you, because it's like we not here to play no games, right? Peace, love, and light. You see that? And it say not for you, right? And it's like somebody trying to get you to play a game. They want you to go back and forth with them. And I just want you to understand that the fortune, you understand that you're looking for by trying to come here and play a game. You understand, you want somebody to go back and forth with you. The prize, you know, it's a stupid ass prize, right? When you play stupid ass games, you win stupid ass prizes. I just want you to understand that what's going to be behind that fortune is not going to be something that you want. You understand, this ain't what you want. Peace, love, and light. Oh, glory to God. That part right there. I love how we do this shit. You understand, that part right there. But yeah, it's giving that this ain't what you want. You understand? Peace, love, and light. So yes, what is that? So that part right there, they know you the boss. That's what it's hearing too. Peace. So that's what I'm hearing right now. So it's like you the boss. And I'm hearing that song with Nicki Minaj and Rick Ross when she's like, you the boss, You the boss, babe. So that song right there, teaching and learning, right? Shut your ass up and learn something. Peace, love, and like that part right there. It's like that's why y'all don't know nothing now. Y'all always talking when the teacher talking. Peace, love, and light. Peace, love, and light. You always got your mouth open and talking when the teacher talking and stuff like that. And then y'all need to learn how to pay attention. Peace, love, and light, right? Be quick to listen and slow to speak and stuff like that. Peace, love, and light. All right, when the teacher is speaking, when the teacher talking to you, be quiet and listen so you can learn something. It's no wonder why you don't know nothing, right? I am helping your spiritual sight to awaken fully so you can clearly see heavenly love, okay? Some of you have been working up on your chakras. It's giving your chakras are balanced out and aligned. So you've been experiencing more lucky times, more fortunate times. Well, is what I'm seeing here. Even like it's like blessings out of nowhere, like good luck type of energy. And I'm hearing that, and it's like you're blessed. Okay. So we got prioritize here. We got mending. We got by the book, right? Soulmates coming out as well. Somebody's not somebody's soulmate. However, they're a good friend or something like that. Peace, love, and light. If somebody had to step away from these people or step away from somebody, it's like because they didn't want to that part right there, you got the choice of who you want to follow in life and who you connect with, soul tribe and stuff like that. That's what it's giving. And it's like somebody, it's like you can have a relationship with them people, but they could be your friends, your family and stuff, but they're not a part of your soul tribe. Period. They're not a soulmate or anything like that of yours, right? And it's like you can tell that and you know that, you understand? So it's like you're not fighting people if they choose to not follow you. If you're a spiritual leader or something like that, even if there are people up in your family and the Lord is telling you to, that's fine. You understand? Because them people might have their own tribe or people that they needed to connect with. However they do, y'all got a relationship that needs to be healed. You know what I'm saying? But they is not your soulmate. They could be your friend or your family member or something like that. You have a soulmate. You have other soulmates and stuff like that. And so you could have spoke this to a person and it's like, I don't know, that situation could be like God could be bringing healing to the situation because it's giving that. Some of y'all, you have issues with your family members and shit like that for real. And people that you've been friends around for a long time because you're meeting strangers and shit like that. And it's like, oh, these are your soulmate. This is your soul tribe and shit. Honestly, it could be rubbing your family members off, you know, just rubbing them in the wrong way. Peace, love, and light. It's the truth, though, to learn that, oh, this my sister or my cousin, my brother, you understand, my auntie, my uncle, whoever, but we don't got no soul connection with each other. They just my family, right? And then you meeting strangers and shit, and you got soul connections and stuff with those strangers. 1:11 on the clock. I'm not even playing. You're like meeting the people that you're supposed to meet, and you're aligning with those people, your soul tribe and stuff. And it's like you got to fix the relationships with those loved ones as well, because just because y'all not soul family and y'all not aligned with each other up in those type of ways, really, that's the truth. So your path is leading you away from them, right? Vice versa. And it's like nothing, it shouldn't be no hard feelings. It shouldn't be, right? However, it just might be. You understand, period. And it's like y'all need to fix that. Y'all need to heal that, because right now in y'all lives, there shouldn't be shit but love between y'all. Because God's showing me that for the past, like at least like 20 years, that's all it's been. You understand? It's support, care for each other, that type of shit. Now, somebody went off they rocker doing a bunch of fuck shit, because they was thinking they was getting revenge on somebody for some shit. You understand? But it's like, y'all, I don't know, forgiveness, peace, love, and light, you understand? An acknowledgement that people have their own journeys and stuff like that, and life purposes and stuff like that, and respect that shit. You understand? Because we got counselor here again and gifts from God. You know, it's like literally somebody could have anointing and stuff like that, period. And it's like some people could have mistreated that individual because perhaps you woke up to your gifts and abilities. It's not even a game. Teaching and learning, right? keep an open mind, learn new ideas, then teach these ideas to others. And it's like that's what you've been doing, right? Then you got the certain people that feel like they don't want to learn from you, right? Period. People that you know, known for a long time, family members, friends, all that type of stuff. And it's like you got a deep knowing and you understand what it is, and it's like you help those people who you're aligned to help, who you're meant to connect with, who exactly who your people are. So passion. Somebody feeling uninspired with the passion card coming out in the reverse. Somebody feel uninspired, and it's like when you express yourself, hearing of the fact that you got blessed career opportunities coming towards you, period, because you're taking a risk. You chosen to spread out, you know what I'm saying, or you know what I'm saying, venture out of what is normal. And it's like that could be making somebody feel like not passionate about what they got going on in life, seeing everything that you got going on in life and seeing how the Lord has blessed you and all of that type of stuff. Y'all, this shit is annoying because it's the truth. And it's like, why the fuck don't people ever look at themselves to acknowledge that that's why they be mad at people? Like, it don't be really having nothing to do with the person and stuff. You comparing yourself and your lot in life to the next person's lot in life. Oh, this person, God is blessing this person so much. They got spiritual gifts and abilities and all of that type of stuff. It's like that, I don't know. And the thing about it is, like, certain people, God will let you know that. You understand? Show you that stuff because you the one with the deep understanding, right? And it's like you understand why the people going through what they going through, and they're supposed to help you to be able to let it go easily instead of like dwelling on it or trying hard to stop to make the people like you again or love you or support you or something like that. You understand? It's like God show you what they be upset with you for so that you can make peace with it on your own, because sometimes those people don't care to make peace. They don't care to have a good relationship with you or whatever the case may be. This is the truth. Peace, love, and light. So God provides you with just enough that you need so that you can be content in situations, especially certain situations where you're not getting closure and shit. You ain't got the closure from a certain situation and stuff like that, period. There's reasons why some people are holding on to grudges and stuff and not able to forgive people, but it's like your deep knowing, use it. You understand? Because that's what God is providing you with to help you to see the truth in situations so that you can clearly protect yourselves and others. Is what I'm seeing here. Peace, love, and light. Notice the reoccurring physical feelings and emotions as they signify divine guidance. Then we got indigo and crystal children here. You have a bond with children. In particular, you can help children who are sensitive. So you are that type of a person. You understand, and you could tell when children are sensitive, whether it be to an experience that they've had or if they're sensitive to spiritual energies and things like that, period, or other things as well. You are able to tell when children are sensitive in the spirit or physically or emotionally or energetically. You understand? And it's like giving that part right there. It's the truth. So what I'm seeing here is like you're meant to help children. Okay, to tap into those gifts and abilities and to acknowledge the sensitivity, okay, and with respect to it. You understand? Because that can be you protecting yourself. So you understand your heightened senses, your awareness, your anxiety. You understand the different shifts that up in your energy that you go through when you're around people or talking to certain people, or you know what I'm saying, or certain settings and stuff like that. Outdoors here. So it's giving that like you could have told somebody something about their children or something like that, and God just wants you to chill and be poised is what I'm seeing here as well. And it's like when you're out and about, it's giving that you are very poised, a very peaceful energy vibe, okay, down to earth type of vibe, a person to have around is what I'm seeing here. But it's like crazy, y'all. I ain't gonna lie. People be weird out here. I ain't gonna lie. I ain't gonna talk about that right now. But yeah. I already cussed somebody out today when I went out. You understand? literally real quick too. I couldn't even control it. You understand? So it's giving that it's like you could probably help children who are sensitive in those ways, the ones that be randomly cussing people out and shit like that. You understand? The ones with little anger issues and stuff. And low key, I'm good at helping those type of children and stuff like that. But yeah, it's like this man, the Uber driver, and he keeps stopping his fucking car hard randomly, you know, for no reason. And it's like we're all at the stop sign and shit like that, and he keep doing like this in the car, jerking and shit. But I notice him looking back at me when it's doing that, and I don't know why my ass just bust out and said, why the fuck you keep doing that shit and looking at me while you doing that shit? The man said, like for real, I couldn't even control it, and I was like low in tone when I said it too. It wasn't loud or nothing. It was like, why the fuck you keep doing that shit and looking at me while you doing that shit? You understand? And he was like, and he gave me a little smirk. You understand? Like, it was like, I don't know what it was. I can't tell you. But it say, truth be told here. Peace, love, and light. It's crazy. He gave me a little smirk. And it was like, my mind was saying, like, what did he think? That I wouldn't say shit to him? You understand? Period. Like, what he thought I wasn't going to say something to him or something? And it's given, like, people are testing you. Testing your limits and stuff. I don't know. And it's like, some stuff is like, you don't got no patience for some stuff. Period. That's what it is. Well, for certain weirdo shit and stuff, you have no patience for that type of shit. And it's the truth. Truth be told, and clairvoyance here, right? So it's like, I don't know, but I know I'm big breasted, and I don't know why you keep on doing that, but I know it's like, keep on doing like that to me and shit like that. So I'm looking at him like, boy, I will smack the back of your neck so damn hard, my nigga. I will put you in a fucking headlock and twist your head this way and that way. I don't give a fuck. Like, why the fuck is you trying to fuck with me? Peace, love, and light. Like, seriously, I will jump on your ass from this back seat. Like, literally, we will both be fucked up. Please don't fuck with me. I don't know what that man thought. Peace, love, and light. Oh my God. So I guess I'll let this message stay here, right? Because that part right there, y'all. So it say building blocks, and it's saying that it's like you're not alone, you're not working alone, you're connected with people who are your tribe, your people, and it's like y'all feel like y'all know each other for a long time or at home around each other. This is the truth. And it's like whatever it is that you're building is very, very solid. It's very, very stable. You just don't even know. You understand all these pieces coming together, and it's like you're not the only one that's building and putting it all together. It's what I'm seeing here. Peace, love, and light. So yeah, it says spread your wings. Don't hold back right now. The time is perfect and you're ready to soar. And so lately, yeah, you've been going through things, and it's like you've been being reminded of who you are because of whatever it is that you've been going through. And it's like, period. And I'm hearing that double up. Never let a hard time humble us. So y'all see how everybody was just put through a hard time. You understand? Peace, love, and light, right? It's crazy. So we got prosperity coming out, and then between worlds. But yeah, I'm hearing that what Nip said up in that song is called Double Up. What he say? Never let a hard time humble us. So it's like you've been reminded of who the fuck you are lately. Why are all this shit been taking place and things been getting harder and stuff like that? But it's like for you, it don't seem so, right? All glory to God. And it's like, but yeah, something that irritated you. You understand, period. But it was like you needed to be irritated so that you can make a change or so you can take certain action. You understand? Peace, love, and light. So that's what I'm seeing here too. You got gifts from God, prosperity in between worlds. So it's like you're stepping into this new beginning is what I'm seeing here. And then you got passion. Be passionate about it, okay? Because it's giving, it's taking time. It's taking patience. But patience taking for you to be patient. But it's like, but still be passionate about it. And so, yes. And it's like, you could have a garden, okay? And it's like, you could have a certain specific plants, okay? That's what it's given to. And it's like that certain specific plant needs to be watered slowly. And it's probably a given that it might need to be watered more often than the rest of the plants and stuff like that. And it's like a slow watering process. You understand? Peace, love, and like that is the truth. Some because it's used to be outdoors. It's an outdoors plant, but it's a plant that you got indoors, and so you need to water it much more slower than normal. Is what I'm seeing here. Peace, love, and light is the truth. Okay, so that's for certain people who got gardens and plants and stuff, period, because it's giving that something about a certain plant. Okay, and it seemed like it's been taking a long time to grow and things like that, and it is, you understand, but it's like it's going to start going through a regeneration process, you understand, peace, love, and light, and you got to just start watering it slower. It's like where it's like you probably water all the plants and put a certain amount of water in all of them, and you do it really quickly to get it done. This certain specific plant, you need to water it slower than you water the rest of them. So it's like create something so that the water drops into it like slowly, instead of like you're going to just like pour the water in it, or get a spray bottle and spray that one and spray it multiple times throughout the day, right? Like a few times every hour or some shit, if you could do it like that, if you up in the house more often and stuff like that, or something. It's like some hacks and shit like that you can look up on YouTube and stuff, people that be like gardening and stuff, and they got what they call it, like the green thumb shit. And it's like these people that just know different things that you can do, and it's like certain people will show you how to like do something so that you can keep the plant watered throughout the day in a slow process or something like that. Peace, love, and light. I don't know what this about your business and stuff like that too. It's like that too, or somebody that you're dealing with. It's like, don't just go pour the water all over it, or you understand, don't just go bombarding somebody with the love and stuff like that. It's like easy to come, don't be so over the top. You know what I'm saying? Peace, love, and light. We got thinker there, right? Somebody is like thinker, overthinking because you by yourself a lot, period. And it's like somebody could overthink about like, oh, I wonder if they're going to, accept me, or whatever the case may be. What is this with a change in the wind here? What is this shit? Okay, because this person sitting here, they thinker, overthinking and stuff like that, right? And it's like you need to think positive things, think good things. That part as well. Brilliant idea. Yes, your idea is divinely guided, so please take action to bring it to fruition. Okay? And then we got gifts from God. So I don't know, some of y'all, you could be thinking about getting somebody a gift as well. This moon cycle could have had some of y'all hearing music, hearing things, stuff standing out more than other things when you're hearing them and things like that. Pay attention to those things that stood out more than others, is what I'm seeing here. Even people, you understand, period. People that stood out more than others and stuff like that is giving that. So we got the orphaned energy here. In the end, somebody could have been left out of a certain situation, is what I'm seeing here. Where family is concerned, where like a mother figure or something like that probably put something together, is what I'm seeing here. Peace, love, and light. And we got building blocks here as well. So it's like God is working with you. Some of y'all could be going through stuff where it's like you're being I was hearing that song yesterday, and it was an Outkast song, and it's like, I like the way you move. Do, do, do. Some of y'all, it's like you could be out here moving solo, moving by yourself and things like that, moving around, doing a lot of business, handling business and stuff like that on your own. You got people watching you and observing you and things like that, noticing that you are outcast, okay? You're somebody who's outcasted and stuff, and you can clearly see here that this is being done by a maternal figure, probably your mother, you understand, or other women in your family who are like mothers and stuff like that. It's given for no reason at all, honestly. Peace, love, and light. However, it's like that you being outcasted has got you being recognized by other people, and everything happened for a reason, period. That's what God wants you to know with clairvoyance here, because it's going to be like them people that seem to not, they want to isolate themselves from you or whatever the case may be. And it's like they're I don't want to talk about that. You right, period. And it's giving, it's like weird shit, superficial shit and stuff like that. And it's not all that it's cracked up to be. You're not missing out on anything. You're not missing out when they do this shit to you. That's what God wants you to know as well. And it's like you got some stuff working that you're working on with God and them, the higher powers, with and other people as well, with building blocks here. And it's like it's all coming together very stably, very beautifully is what I'm seeing here as well. Peace, love, and light. And it's like you might not even be able to see all the components or all of the people, or you understand, energies combined that are bringing this together and things like that. But it's like you're also being provided with clairvoyant like psychic insights and things like that, divine insights to the situation to help you to be good, because you've been out here by yourself, okay, period. And it's like, what is it about me, these people isolating you and things like that, and they want you to question yourself. Is it because I'm not this enough, I'm not that enough, or whatever the case? It has nothing to do with that, nothing at all. Peace, love, and light. It's because it's looking like it's because you're a divine being, okay? So you probably don't even really fit in. So it's like you're not really missing out on anything. However, somebody may want you to feel like you are, period. But it's like you're the blessing, right? Period. How you trying to make the blessing feel like they not the blessing? You understand? So that part right there, you got a lot of psychological bullshit going on with people trying to play up on people's minds and stuff like that, in their mental state, right? Mental well-being and things. We got patience here, right? So it's like, be patient with your dreams, right? It says they're blooming more rapidly than you realize. Still, they need nurturing and patience, right? Period. As well as the children and stuff like that, right? I feel like whatever you are creating, whatever it is that you are creating, and it say co-creating here. And it's like you're not even creating alone. You're not alone. Period. And then that part too, certain people pushing certain people away that are meant to help them raise their damn children and stuff. You understand what I'm saying? Period. Because it's something that person knows. You understand? They've been through some shit too, just like you've been through some shit. And it's like they'll be able to help help kids be able to regulate their feelings, their emotions and things like that, to be able to be able to recognize when somebody is a threat and things like that, even when they not coming off to be one and shit like that. And not only that, it's like helping them to learn different ways of like learning things and remembering and stuff like that. It's certain stuff that's like, that's why they say it take a village to raise a child. Yes, and it's like, yes, but you need to be able to trust the people that's up in the village and things like that too. But it's like, don't create no reason to not trust nobody that ain't gave you no reason to not trust them. Oh my God, period. Because like some people mistake, oh my God, that part right there, mistake a badass kid. They like, remember when you was a badass kid, but you a grown ass nigga. You a grown, I'm not nigga, but you're a grown ass man now. You're a grown ass woman now. You understand? Period. And it's like, what the hell? Soulmates here, right? Peace, like peace right here. And that's the truth. Peace comes remembering that only love is real. Why are you bringing up so much hatred? Why are you being hateful? Why are you thinking of hate all the time? Period. Peace comes from remembering that only love is real. That's what I mean by the psychological stuff. Some of y'all are trapped in your minds where it's like, I even was like that. I promise y'all. This girl, okay, she moved to California or whatever, LA. But it was like me and her was childhood friends, right? And it was like when we was little, she used to always be saying little weird, slick, racist shit to me. And she just so happened to be mixed and stuff too. So why it's like fucking a few years ago, the girl reached out to me and stuff, and she's like asking me, do I remember her and all of this stuff and things. And I'm like, yeah. And I remember we wasn't really good friends, because out of all of the shit of our friendship, all I remember was her talking shit to me all the time about how dark I am, how my hair was nappy and all of that type of stuff, and I'm all the way black and she not, and it's a bad thing for me. Peace, love, and light. So out of everything, we did have a little friendship and stuff. All I remember was that, and it's like sometimes you will forget, certain things, but it's like you remembered that part. You understand? Period. And that's negative. And it's like, that's what I'm trying to get at. Like sometimes we be up in a negative state of mind ourselves, right? We're already in the darkness. So when we think of something, we remember something, we quickly want to remember the bad part of the situation and shit like that, right? So it was also a good part of the situation. Her mom also was mixed and stuff like that. Her grandparents were white that they lived with, right? So one day they sat us down to talk to us and stuff about our colors and all of that type of stuff and who we are as people and how we people are just people and how her family's so mixed up and she got white people and black people and brown people and all of that type of stuff. So they sat us down and talked to us in a way where it was like, honestly, it did bring peace to the whole thing. But something happened in my life where it was like I honestly was in a dark place again. So when that girl ended up reaching out to me like fucking 15 plus years later, I'm only thinking about the dark side of our relationship, the anger parts or the parts that were like not good. You know what I'm saying? And that's what I remember. Not remembering that we used to walk around the neighborhood together. Not remembering that nobody could say slick stuff to me without her saying slick stuff to them, or vice versa. Nobody could say slick stuff to her without me saying slick stuff to them. And it's like we were there for each other. We sat together every day at lunch. We ate together. When we had school projects, we would work on our projects together. We played together on the playground every day at recess and things. So it's like out of all of that shit, all the good, I only remember one bad incident that happened between me and that person. So when God talked to me about that and put that in my head, like I got to be aware of the darkness that's inside of myself and things like that, I stepped away and things like that and shit. Then when I did reach back out to that girl, it was with an apology. You understand? Peace, love, and life, for bringing up the negative parts while she was on some positive stuff with me. Like, you're my best friend. I remember I haven't had many good friends in my life, but you were one of them and things. And my ass was like, I don't remember being good friends with you. You know what I'm saying? Period. So I was the one sitting in that negative energy, and it's crazy. So we got truth be told in leadership. So that's the truth. Sometimes you got to take initiative and things like that. Sometimes you got to take a step back and check yourself and realize, like, is it you? Like, really, is it me? Am I the one that's being the negative one up in this situation? Am I the one that's bringing up all the darkness because of all the darkness that's inside of me that I'm choosing to not deal with and shit like that, right? Peace, love, and light. And it's crazy down there what you say. She said, I'm tired of all the color wars. That shit happened a long time ago, but it was real. You understand? Peace, love, and light. Nowadays, it still happens. You understand? Peace, love, and light. But it's like, to me, it's like it's about you. You understand? Whether you gonna care or not about that shit. You gotta have enough confidence in yourself, because everybody's gonna judge somebody for something, right? Peace, love, and light. So you gotta just be able to embrace who you are and be okay with who you are, regardless. Because some people, you know what I'm saying, period, with that orphan energy, right? You're not going to ever fit in. You understand? Period. You're not ever going to fit in. You're always going to be standing out amongst the rest of the people and things like that. And you got to be okay with that. You understand? Peace, love, and light. Some of y'all, that time that you need to spend by yourself is necessary. You understand? Because it ain't that people don't like you. It ain't that, you know what I'm saying, that you rub people the wrong way all the time and this and that and stuff like that. It's just that you got a little bit of dark energy that you moving around with, and people can sense that shit, right? And when other people sense it, you sense the energy that come from them when they feel the darkness that you are pushing out, that you're exuding out, and you understand, period. Now everybody awkward. Everybody feeling some type of way, not just you. Some of y'all that you need to step into you need to go into isolation. You understand? Just so that you can address the darkness, do some introspection, okay? Address the darkness that's inside of you, right? Because it's giving that. Some shit you would have been forgave it if you wouldn't been sitting in that darkness. You understand? For so long. You understand? Questioning yourself and shit like that, and what it is about me that make people be like this or do that and woo woo woo. No, you gotta go ahead and just go get into that energy where it's like you throw it all out there and deal with it. You deal with yourself. Cause that's crazy, because I can't explain it no better than what I just did. You know, certain people, it was me. They came in peace. You understand? Peace, love, and light. And it was me. You understand? Like, remember that shit? You understand? Peace, love, and light. Remember that shit you did? So we got gifts from God. It say poised again. So with that being said, everybody take care.